right? So like one of the key questions is, tell me about yourself, or walk me through your resume, or tell me about your career journey so far. A lot of people, surprisingly, cannot speak about themselves. They can't really, make that pitch, that 2-minute pitch about themselves. So when you ask that question, what are you really looking to hear? And what's the best, way to answer that question?
Yeah, absolutely. And so this comes down to, folks, and it depends on who you're speaking to. If you're speaking to a recruiter versus an actual hiring manager, if you're speaking directly to a hiring manager, what they're looking for is something that really shows them or captures their attention in terms of how you can potentially solve, or help them with whatever project they're working on. That's what's going to capture their attention, right? If it's for a recruiter, it might be something very similar, like something based on the requirements of their client or their organization that shows why you can potentially be someone who can help them out with whatever problem or issue they're facing. Now I think, in my opinion, the biggest challenge a lot of people face is primarily a psychological one, because a lot of us have been told not to speak about ourselves. From the time we're young, we're kids, right? What are we told? Don't brag. Don't talk about your accomplishments. Don't talk about your achievements. That's rude. It's going to make other people feel bad. There's a huge psychological thing to this, I believe, right? And this is just my personal opinion. I'm not talking about any.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. So it comes down to that. And the other aspect is, on that initial phone call, before you even get to the interview stage, folks, you need to be asking some probing questions so that you understand what the core pain points are for the position and why they're looking to hire. So that way, when you're at the interview and when someone asks you, so tell me about yourself, you know exactly what they want to hear, because they've already told you on the initial phone call, the phone screening, what they're looking for in an ideal candidate, right? So this is where on that initial phone call, you need to do some probing. You need to find out, okay, what captured their attention about your resume that made them want to give you a phone call? Why is that? Why are you looking to hire at this time? Why is this project a priority for you at this time? These are questions all of you need to be asking on that initial phone call, so that when you're at the interview and the hiring manager asks you, so tell me about yourself, you can tell them exactly what they need to be hearing about your background and your accomplishments.
Exactly. And,